what did you think of Jon Jones, sort of these negotiations that he's having with the UFC at the moment? It seems like everybody's kind of trying to, get more money, but the UFC aren't really budging at the moment.
The funniest thing about the Jon Jones thing is that he just conveniently has a camera set up right as he's stealing some spray cans from two people, two protesters and rioters in the street. I think it's just hilarious how fake he is, and now he's trying to act like he's a babyface hero. Dude, you're a scumbag, dude. You were just shooting guns, getting a DUI last week, man. Where were you at when the cops were there? You were just wrapping a Bentley around a pool with two hookers in the back while your wife and kids were at home. Where were you then? All your steroids you've done, all the cocaine you've done. Man, you're not a good guy. You're not a hero, Jon. Stop trying to act like you're a hero. So it's pathetic. I mean, the guy's out there begging, for money and this and that. And then all of a sudden, mysteriously, there's just a cameraman set up and he's the good guy again. He wants to be a babyface hero and look good for negotiations with Dana, his boss. So, the guy's a complete joke. I mean, he doesn't deserve to be paid. I mean, look at his history. Look at his track record, man. The guy can't get out of his own way. I mean, it's one thing to make a mistake, but it's another thing to continually make the same mistake one after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. So the guy's a dirtbag, man. I mean, he shouldn't be paid anything. The guy shouldn't even be fighting. He should be suspended for his whole career. When you fail 2 or 3 steroid tests, I don't even know why he's still in the UFC.
What did you make of him vacating the belt? I know that when you were negotiating with the UFC, the belt, the interim belt was sort of a big point for you. What did you think about him, seemingly dropping the belt? That's a pretty wild chess move as far as negotiations go.
I mean, let's be honest, guys. Belts don't mean anything anymore. The belts mean nothing. I mean, that doesn't, the biggest fights that can be made, they're not with belts anymore. Those aren't the big fights. Look at me and George Masvidal. There's no belt. It's just a real beef, and that's the biggest fight that can be made, and for Jon, bigger fights are a heavyweight or maybe with Adesanya, that could be his biggest fight. So there's really not belts that are needed anymore these days for negotiating and for showing your worth and your drawing power. So the belt has no relevance to negotiations.